sense. It's the final boss of all the Dark Souls games.
That was the hardest boss in all the Dark Souls game, you said?
Well, it depends on the person.
What makes him so hard?
It's like you actually have to fight him sword to sword. But that's just my opinion. Final boss.
Do you think they're gonna make a Dark Souls 4, or do you feel like Dark Souls 3 like?
No, they're not gonna. Pretty sure it's been confirmed this is the last game.
Just wanted to move on.
Yeah. This Elden Ring's like the biggest project ever.
Is he alive or dead? Can he see or is he blind? Oh, Joshua. Huh. Welcome to the Wild Wild North. Ready?
I forgot about that.
Oh, I think we read this one. What was it? He actually says Wild Wild West. Okay. Guess he defeats the West, now he defeats the North. Oh, that's funny. Or
Alrighty.
Israel defeats the West and Israel defeats the North. Welcome to the Wild Wild North. No. Christ, your life amazing. Jesus, may we pause our inclination to rush past this moment to deeply meditate on how you interact with humanity. We know from the First Testament, the Old Testament, that we can see your beautiful work in humanity. It is strange and foreign to us. So because of its strange and foreignness that we just want to rush past, but may we not. May we dwell on it and dwell in your goodness. Amen. When King Jeppin of Hazar heard, he sent... Oof, we need music. I'm feeling it. There we go. When King Jabin of Hazar heard, he sent to King Jobab of Madam, the king of Shimron, the king of Ashaph, the northern kings in the mountains, the steep south of Kinnereth, the foothills, Naphoth Dor on the west, the Canaanites on the east and on the west, the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, and Jebusites in the mountains, and the Hivites at the foot of Hermon in the country of Mizpah. These came out, all their armies with them, a numerous company, like the sand on the seashore in number, with very many horses and chariots. All these kings joined forces. They came to camped at Miriam Waters to fight with Israel. Yahweh said to Joshua, "Don't be afraid of them, because tomorrow at this very time I am going to give them up slain before Israel, all of them. You are to hamstring their horses and burn up their chariots." So Joshua and all his fighting force with him came upon them at the Miriam Waters by surprise. They fell on them, and Yahweh gave them into Israel's hand. They struck them down and pursued them as far as Gracidon and Misphrath waters, and as far as the Mizpah valley on the east, and struck them down. He did not let any survivor remain. Joshua dealt with them just as Yahweh said to him. He hamstrung the horses and burned up the chariots. Joshua then went back and took Hazor and struck down its king with the sword, because Hazor was formerly head of all these kingdoms. They struck down with the edge of the sword every person there, devoting them. Nothing that breathed was left, and he burned up Hazor. All these royal cities and their kings Joshua took. He struck them down with the edge of the sword and devoted them as Moses, Yahweh's servant, had commanded. Yet all the cities that are standing on their mounds, Israel did not burn, except that Joshua burnt Hazor alone. All the plunder in these cities and the cattle the Israelites took as spoil for themselves. Yet all the people they struck down with the edge of the sword until they had annihilated them. They did not leave anything that breathed, as Yahweh had commanded the servant Moses. So Moses had commanded Joshua, and so Joshua did. He did not omit anything of all that Yahweh had commanded Moses. Okay. Water while waiting. It's fully sealed, and I can easily down through 20 ounces. It takes a lot longer to down a gallon. So, big army grouped up to fight them. Yahweh gave them into their hands. As you drive north from Lake Galilee on the road that leads from Jerusalem or from the Mediterranean, you can fork right and cross the bridge of the daughters of Jacob towards Damascus, along the route that Abraham would have taken when he first came to Canaan, and the route Saul was taking when he got knocked over by Jesus. Alternatively, you can continue north towards Caesarea Philippi and the Lebanese border. It is bewildering how chronologies and stories crisscross. If you do the latter, you can immediately drive over a hump that is actually the edge of the huge city of Hazor, a tale going back into pre-Israelite times. One can see how, staying at this key junction, dominating the routes, going in different directions, it came to be the head of the kingdoms in the area. I have a great DVD called Biblical Archaeology from the Ground Down. That includes sequence concerning the archaeological investigation of Hazor and an interview with the lead archaeologist, Amon Ben Tor, a slight, mustache, winsome, and funny professor from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. The upper city of Hazor, the downtown if you like, got destroyed and incinerated in a huge fire in the 13th century, the time when the Israelites were arriving in Canaan. So who set it on fire? Bentor asks with a smile and goes on to speculate. Was it the Canaanites themselves or the Egyptians? Why would either of these intentionally destroy and mutilate Canaanite and Egyptian statues? Was it the Philistines? We have no evidence of their presence here in this period. Why not assume that was Joshua and the Israelites, as the story says? Bentor goes on to laugh over the fact that his willingness to see Joshua's activity here means he gets called Orthodox, a kind of Jewish equivalent to being called fundamentalist. The story of Joshua's victory at Hazor is another divinely inspired cowboy story, full of hyperbole. You know what hyperbole means, Char? It means over the top. Yeah, so if I said, dude, I slayed them, like up and down, like I play video games so good that all their computers went boom. Like, did their computers actually blow up? No, it just means I absolutely destroyed them. Like I just beat them in a video game. That's hyperbole. So you're saying that they won and they absolutely cut them to pieces, but they just won. It's just ancient war hyperbole. But it's not just a fictional story. The natural way to read the archaeological evidence is as implying that the Israelites won a spectacular victory here. This points to an irony. We have known that Joshua did not destroy Jericho and Ai in his time. There were no towns there to destroy. The story of Hazor is much less well known, but it's much more historically plausible and a much more impressive miracle. Hazor was indeed the head of all these kingdoms, a huge city and thus now a monumental tell. Admittedly, it remains unwise to sell one's soul to archaeology. There are unresolved questions about the history of Hazor, and theories about its history may change. There have been past versions of the way archaeology proves the Bible right that got overturned, and this then gives the impression that archaeology proves the Bible wrong. Another contributor to that DVD points out that in any case, archaeology can never prove the real important element in the Bible story, what it has to say about God. In this sense, it is the Bible story that matters. There are two other noteworthy aspects of the story to which archaeology doesn't speak. One is that God didn't tell Joshua to kill the people in Hazor, though Joshua did so. What God told Joshua to do was hamstring the horses and burn up the chariots. That is, destroy the military hardware, the equivalent of the tanks and fighter planes. Then the country can have rest from war. That fits with the emphasis elsewhere, not least in the Jericho story, that it isn't military hardware that decides the outcome of wars. If God is involved, all you may need to do is blow your trumpets. If God is not involved, all the horses and chariots in the world may not win your victory. As Isaiah 31 puts it, when Judah is tempted to rely on alliance to Egypt and is trying to import horses and chariots from there, the Egyptians are human beings, not God, and their horses are flesh, not spirits. The other noteworthy aspect of the story is that it keeps emphasizing that Israel was able to gain control of the country because Joshua kept doing exactly what God said. We have noted that the story also makes clear that this is an exaggeration. In reality, the good guys in the Western were actually people with flaws. We have noted that the story also makes clear that this too is an exaggeration. In reality, the good guys in the Western were actually people with flaws. And the Bible has more in common with film noir, in which the good guys always have flaws. But in connection with Israel's getting hold of the country, the story thinks its statement about Joshua is near enough true and of key importance, and invites Israel into a typical Old Testament combination of hope and obedience. The story is not an invitation to military action like Joshua's. We have known that the Old Testament does not speak of anyone after Joshua's day being expected to slaughter the Canaanites. Obedience takes different forms in different contexts. What God said to Moses and what Moses said to Joshua are not what is being said in later contexts. But the principle that you do what God says and then live in hope is a principle that abides. Excuse me, if it's a cowboy story, why is it in the Bible? Why is it more important that other cowboy stories? One response to that question is to note that it is part of the bigger story, which is the most important story in the world. Like the British and other nations, people in the United States are inclined to regard themselves as God's special people. They aren't. There is only one special people, and that is Israel, the people from whom Jesus was born. This cowboy story is special because it's part of Israel's story. In effect, the speech sermon of Stephen in Acts 7 and the list of heroes in Hebrews 11 makes that point. Joshua is part of the story that leads to Jesus. No, Joshua, no Jesus. Indeed, rather neatly, Joshua is Jesus' real name, compared to the way Messianic Jews call him Yeshua. Jesus is a Grecized form of the name. Conversely, in the Greek translation of the book of Joshua that many people in New Testament times would have used, Joshua's name is Jesus. All right, friend, we can start.
I'm down for Elden Ring if you want to do that still.
I wish, but
No.
I'm in Splunky.
What?
But next allotment, if you're down, I'm down. If you're still here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's just a funny, artistic impression of him. All right. The goal is to beat this today and be done with this game. We'll see if it's possible.
Slide. No, I'm gonna have to kill Blood. It's gonna be sad. No, why Blight? Bye, my friend. Ooh, nice.
Is it the music? Do you hate the music in the game I'm playing, Char? Is that? Oh, Peaky users. Okay. Oh my gosh, wrong button. Cost me. Okay, where is that key? Oh, there it is. Let me see. One of those. Oh my gosh. Oh, are you serious? Darn it. I need to get good. Whip it. Whip it good. Whip it like you should. It's an actual song, Char. It's a classic. It's not worth using a bomb, my last bomb for. Shopperkins. Okay. It's just the GPO wiki? Okay. Okay. Nothing down here that'll get me in trouble. Okay. And then the shop is to the left. So I need to make a pretty good size hole for everything. Go ahead, everyone. Run their little poochikin. Okay, come on. There we go. And it should go straight down. Oh. Ay, 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 ay. Hmm. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's a. If there's anything going on with a Roblox game, I'm 99. I don't know. You're more knowledgeable on Roblox stuff than me. I will lean on your expertise. Nope. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Oh my gosh. Huh. Mm-hmm. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Nope, that hurts. Okay. Duly noted. Boop. Oh my. But it's fine. The only health I can get. Man, I am doing. Life's rough for me right now. Oh, got way too excited. Oh. Oh my gosh. terrible. I need to be more careful in a game with no forgiveness. Oh, I was wondering if I spam it, if I could just enter before the arrow hits me, but nope. That's not how this cookie clicks. I can restart that. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
It was so funny, and I was just like just walking around, be like, oh, in combat log.
Hmm.
I just stole his kill on accident. I was just testing, and I'm like, wait, can I actually do this? And I'm like, so I actually do it.
Oh, almost at 2,000. I have the jet.
Oh, love you!
Oh my gosh. Okay, so where's the key game? Well, that's irritating. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm. That would be crazy. Oh, wow. That thing can leap. I'm not expecting to leap so far. Whew. Darn it. I was trying to whip him. Oh, wait, what? Hmm. Oh, okay, so there is, it is. Oh, I tried. Check something out with these headsets. Checking something out with my headset.
Welcome to left, right, right, right. Then we'll continue.
Hmm. 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 I don't know. I just did big drink potions. That's all I did. I think it's connected to the catalyst I use, but I don't remember what catalyst I use. All right, when Jason gets here, we have to go through a step, and it could be your choice of a battle project or a reading step. Okay. Hmm. Nice. Figure it out. Hmm. What is she asking? Root beer? Oh well, root beer is from their hoppy brewery. Well, if you want to, you and I can go on that adventure one day. Get back and we can either go to Hoppy Brewery or Madtown. Mommy's making dinner, so going to those places we can do it after work. Going to those places we'll have to do after work, and then come here for dinner. Daddy can enjoy some of his favorite beverages wherever. You hear that, Mommy? And guess what? I think she hurt herself on this. Alright, Sweet Goose, so I could bring home some lime bubbly for you, or lemonade on the way home. So here's the so we can tomorrow. Did you hear Mom's request? And then Thursday, guess what? Thursday, we're going to go get quesadillas because Daddy's hanging out with David while Mom goes to Women's Bible Study. So that'll be tomorrow. We'll go get root beer, okay? You get root beer, Dad will get some of his delicious favorite beverages. Root beer? Oh, that's true. Oh, I like them, but Mommy doesn't like them. Mom thinks they're gross. No, she gets quesadillas Thursday. Whip beer tomorrow. Becca picked it up on the way home. Hmm. Oh. Okay. my gosh. Nope. There it is, and I am out of bombs. Alright. That's how it is. It's a run without the good. Oh. Run over. Alright, Char, just know at any moment Jason will get here and we have to get off, okay? And do step. You know what? I just want to be done with this, so let's... But Piece Me says start from the very beginning. Ah. The difficulty makes me want to take shortcuts. Breathe and take steps. Atlanta. Hello?
Hello?
Sounds like Pojo. The Pojo. It is the Pojo. The legendary. The man.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
What's going on, homie?
Oh man, just hitting my head against Blunky again. Game that makes grown men cry. What's going on with you?
I don't know, just sat down and trying to figure out what I feel like doing today.
Yeah, I was thinking in a couple weeks, maybe on a Sunday, heck, maybe on a Saturday. I have to look at my calendar. Oh, ow, I got hit by arrow. I have to come over and assemble / paint some figurines, some Warhammer figurines with me.
Yeah, maybe.
I just determined that that's the only way if I set group time for that. Otherwise, my group time gets occupied by other group stuff. And when I'm alone, all I think about is, I want to beat that game. I don't have that alone drive to do the Warhammer stuff by myself, I guess, like you and Devin.
Yes, it's some people, it always helps having buds to paint with, but some people like I are just they can solo it pretty well. Just get comfy, put on some music, paint some dudes.
Yeah. Yep, I'm definitely a with people kind of guy. That's when I got most stuff. Oop. That's when I got most of that stuff done.
Just everyone's different.
Yep. I guess the new stuff out is for Remnants out. I remember Justin saying something about that.
I think, yeah, I heard you mentioned something about a DLC for it.
Is it, do you think the DLC is worth it? Have you looked at it at all?
Nope, just now loading the store page.
Ah. Darn it. Whew. The spiders. Whenever those big spiders appear and Don't kill him at first. My heart jumps a beat. Whew. Hmm.
Doesn't look like it adds a whole lot.
Hmm.
Like you get one new boss and a couple of new weapons, and that's really it.
Hmm. No new classes?
Oh, I guess it gives one new class if that's your
Mm.
thing. I think I'll hold off for a while. It also seems like there's some technical difficulties with it.
That people are saying.
Yeah.
That sounds a little underwhelming. Like the DLC for the first Revenant was like a whole new area.
It was more of an expansion pack, really.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of reused assets and a new boss. But it's still one of my favorite games this year.
That's good to know.
I might pick it up when it goes on sale or something. You know, Black Friday's coming up.
It's true. PX Lane happened. I had to get a. It's called a mod mic. It's like pretty cool. It's by Antlion, so it's where if you have, it's like just a separate microphone. They have like a wireless or USB, and you can just attach it already to your headsets.
Oh, okay.
And so, like a PX Land, Antlion was there, so I was able to get a good price on it. But what I'm saying is, my spending for this time of year is pretty much already done now. And Justin keeps hoping one of us will grab the new COD. I'm like, dude, I don't have 70 to pay for that. I'll pay that. I'll play it if someone gets it.
This is a new what?
New COD.
Oh. Eh.
It's like COD, like those kind of shooter games. Like I don't mind if there's an active friend to play it with, and just do like team deathmatch and stuff like that. But that's why I was like if I'll do it, like I'll gladly play it. If probably Robin's cooking something.
I'd gladly do it if Robin was cooking something.
Yeah, he was asking why something smell burnt. That's some.
I'll only play Call of Duty when there's a good meal afterwards.
You got it. I gotta have a full stomach for that kind of. So I could take a good nap afterwards, because there's moments where repetition puts you to sleep. Have you beat the second Revenant?
Yeah.
Good story.
You know, story's there.
Yeah.
It's a game that you play more for the gameplay rather than the story.
It's true. I remember the first one, it's like, oh, okay, I guess we're going against a corrupted plant creature?
Yeah, it's an interdimensional freaking planet-destroying entity.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, silly me. I picked it up instead of buying it. I mistaken my controls.
Rip.
And then the shopkeeper says, "How dare you steal? Meet my shotgun." And I'm like, "Excuse me, sir. I did not mean to steal that." But I'm dead. I no longer talk. Blech. Do they have the whole like settlement that you go back and help the people? Like there was
Yeah,
in the
it's
first one?
it's the same settlement. You know, it's a lot better now since the Earth isn't really taken over by the Root at the moment.
Hmm. Does the Root come back with vengeance?
In a roundabout way, you go to the original Earth where the Root was, since, you know, multi-dimensional psychic plant monsters.
Huh. I did not expect that, but okay. Dealing with dimensions now. Fun stuff.
Well, that's how they kind of flavor you, like, going to the same place over and over again, but it's different, is you just kind of hop in dimensions.
Huh. I see. So these ones have spookier monsters. Because it's been corrupted for far much longer.
I'm like, there's just something about fighting, like, fantasy creatures with guns. Just does it for me.
That makes sense. All right, Char, we dip in 17 minutes, my friend. Bum, 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 bum. My favorite repeated theme lately, just poking at, is how in every game there's always an ancient civilization that had really good technology, but they have died. They're no longer
man.
here. I'm playing through Final Fantasy Tactics, like on the PlayStation, like on my phone.
Oh, nice.
As the same, you know, it's that same. That's
Yeah.
clearly in that game.
Ancients with crystal-based technology.
I always love how you give her a present when there's like the Kali sacrifice in this game, and she gives you an eggplant, and then the music completely changes. Have you been in Final Fantasy Tactics?
I never did, beat it. Like, I was playing it on my PSP, and then I dropped it and broke the screen.
I'm sorry, man.
No worries. That was a while ago.
I'm not surprised that they released on the PSP. Actually, like, the PSP completely, like, whiffed past me.
Yeah, there were, like, the Vita was such a great handheld, but it had no games.
So there was the PSP. Was it also called Vita, or was the Vita?
Oh, well,
like
the PSP was the first rendition of it, and then the Vita came out like, a few years later. It's like,
Oh.
kind of like the new console, better hardware, better things.
Yeah. I remember Crisis Core being released on it, and that was like the only game that I knew being released for the PSP that I wanted to play.
There was another FF7 spinoff, wasn't it?
Yep.
Man, so many of those.
Yep. There were the movies.
Just what is it about FF7 that just made people like it so much? I don't know.
For me, it was at a time when, my dad died, and it was like a weird connection,
Okay.
with like a time when life was peaceful.
Yeah, I can see that.
I actually did not care for the remake.
Like, it's not like an actual remake. That remake is part of the plot.
Yeah.
I'm ghosts and stuff.
Yeah, it's the redone. It was like the only thing that was like almost familiar was just the name and like name of locations. Everything else was like a whole different thing. And then like everyone knew that Shinra was evil in the original Final Fantasy VII. Like no one knew Shinra was evil until they did bad things,
Yeah.
But it's like even the little girl down the street, it's like, oh yeah, they're doing stuff below station. Evil science stuff.
Little girls just really into corporate espionage. No one suspects the little girl.
Did Brittany say there'll be a Jason today? Just no Jason tomorrow? Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess he's not coming. It's okay though. We'll keep going until we gotta go. Oh. Oh. Like that, I'm a terrorist. Because a little rolly ball went right into the shop, and it's my fault. Doesn't take a lot to be labeled as a terrorist in this game.
Just like real life.
Ooh, political commentary at best. Oh, he hits you. Huh? Huh.
Breadsticks!
Nice. You meet breadsticks in the game.
They never fought down my trail.
But life's good. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen each other.
It has. To come over more often.
I would love that. How's grandma doing?
She's there.
She's there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Don't really know what else much to say.
yeah. It was really interesting watching her watch like the movie with Bailey. It was like it was like almost like seeing another kid with Bailey. It was fascinating, but also like weirdly sad.
Sasua!
So did I gathered the other family visited this weekend?
Yeah, Linda and Valerie was here, and I think David was here for a little bit, but I wasn't here.
I didn't even know he was in town. Where were you?
I was at work,
Oh, so they only visited for like a bit?
and they were here for a couple of days.
Oh, great.
I don't envy, Linda and Valerie's car ride home, because David, he got here on a train. It was like a 3-day train ride with no shower.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's some good old nerd funk right there. I wonder if a train ride would be cheaper. So I
Is it
know
like a
some
plane?
people who say like there's moments that it is and moments when it's actually like more expensive.
Something like taking a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it generally seems to, if you don't want the luxuries. Like the reason, like, he didn't, like, pay for, like, a bed car or anything. Because that would have been a couple hundred more.
Mm.
Train rides aren't bad. I've only been on one train ride, really. It was going up to Seattle.
Mm. Was
So
that
it was
for,
like a. Sorry, what?
was that for? I know you like went to like PAX, like one of those.
This one was just meet some buds.
Uh yeah, so remember you know, had a classmate when I was doing university in Brooks. I think it's like Brooks or Brookings. It's pretty
Yeah,
close to Salem.
There's a Brooks in
Yeah,
Oregon.
Brooks. Yeah, Brooks. And you'll take the bus to like the Seattle area all the time. You'll take the train.
It's not a bad ride. It's about an 8 hours from Salem to Seattle, but
Yeah.
just bring something to read or watch, and
Mm-hmm. Kind of like an airplane ride then. So it's,
Yeah.
it's all you do on the airplane ride is watch or sleep. Watch something or sleep.
but this time you can definitely bring your own food. They will ring you for every cent you're worth if you're trying to buy food on the train.
So yeah. That friend though would always get sloshed on the train trips.
I could see that. The guy I was sitting across from, I saw him slyly pouring like some rum into his Pepsi. I was like, man, that guy's smart. Wish I did that. I mean, they're not typical. Like anyway, the ride I was on didn't have a whole lot of people, so I was like just hanging out by myself, watching Fist of the North Star on my phone.
Nice. Is that an anime? That sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
It's an old one.
Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Think Mad Max, but the main character he's like Smiter of Evil, and he's a master of a martial arts that uses pressure points.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Oh. Oh, my bad. I see. I oofed it again. Alright, Char. Alright, Jason. It's good seeing you. Hope to see you
Have a
in
good
person
one, man.
soon, man.
Yeah.
I love you. Bye.
Cool, bro.